Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Kickback, I love this map so much. Maybe you love it more than my firstborn son. Bottom left, it's gonna be Light. Top left, it's gonna be Ruin. So Ruin versus Light here on Kickback. Why do I love this map? Because it is easy to take expansions on this map, but there is a twist. What is the twist, you may ask? The twist is that, look, we have an expansion here, but it only has 3,000 gas and only 1,200 minerals. Every single expansion on this map only has 3,000 gas and 1,200 minerals in each of those patches. The only thing that has 5,000 gas and 1,500 are the main spawn locations, not the expansions, not even the two main expansions. So if you can take these expansions fast, you can get a 3-base push out really fast, but it mines out quickly as well. So let's see what's going on here, what the plan is here today from our guy Light, and what the plan is here from Ruin. It's a map that defines the meta, right? Just 2 hatch plays are very popular on this map. 3 base is very easy to get for Terran, but it runs out early. So let's see if there's a little bit of harassment here from our guy Ruin to make sure that Light doesn't get up to 3 base as fast as he wants to. We're going to see maybe a wall off here, but nope, no wall off, just a gateway. And looks like it being a Rax, yep, right next to the command center here. So good SimCity here from Light. Good keeping it close here, just blocking off pathing for vultures is Ruin. And yeah, it's going to be a Patreon cast. So those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month, which is tier 1, in case you're wondering, gets you access to this replay a month before anybody else can see it. So if you're watching this the last week of July 2026, you're awesome. You're a patron. If you're watching this in August 2026, click that like button, subscribe, do all that stuff that YouTube likes you to do, and you can support the channel without even throwing a single penny my way. How's that sound? We got ourselves Steve the SCV heading out. What's up, Steve? What you doing? You're scouting in the right direction. You are such a good boy, Steve. Yes, you are. Who's a good boy? Steve is a good boy. I know he's not a puppy, but sometimes it feels like he is. Cybercore coming up. It's a respectful opening from both of these players, right? Factory before expand. Even on Kickback here, man. Both players treating each other with respect. Ruin knows this is Light, and I think Light knows this is Ruin because there's an H in the middle of that barcode, and I think he's been playing with it for a while here by the time this game was played. There's the factory before expand, and again, it is super easy to take expansions on this map, but respect must be paid to the other side of the map here, and Steve says, yes, okay, very good, no Nexus first, I like that. We'll accept whatever comes after that because Nexus First is so hard to take down as a Terran player, but maybe Light likes it. Maybe he's so good that he can take it down super easily. He's like, come on, Nexus First, I dare you. There's the expansion timing here from the Protoss at 3 minutes and 2 seconds. And let's see if there's going to be an expansion here, or maybe a second factory, maybe a 1-base play. Maybe a counter meta play here from Light. I think that would be absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. This is a DEF CON 1 replay from RJB, which means he is excited about it, which means you should be excited about it too. And expansion timing, 3 minutes and 25 seconds? 28? No? 3:30? Oh yeah, 3:30 on the expansion. Dragoon chasing Steve. Run, Steve! Draw it away from where all of our tech is. You can do this. Draw him away. And he is. He's drawing the Dragoon away from where the Terran is. The Dragoon says, I don't care. Bam, I just need an SCV kill. It's like, oh, as long as I'm here, might as well check bottom right to see if there's any Terran, and the answer is no. But look at this. We got Marines. We got ourselves maybe building a bunker here. No, machine shot finishing up in just a couple seconds. Range for the Dragoon on the way. Range started after the expansion. There's the Robo, and the Vulture says, hey, let's go ahead and kill a couple of probes here. Oh, that hurts so much. 2 probes down. Can we get a third? No, we can't get a third, but 2 probes down this early does hurt the Protoss. Vultures are expendable in TVP, and pretty much expendable in TVZ as well. And maybe TVT. I don't know. Vultures are fast, and as somebody said that was very wise a very long time ago, Vultures are expendable, but the Spider Mines are not. Bunker not quite ready, but again, range is coming in for this Dragoon, so Bunker not going to be providing very much protection here. Machine Shop is quiet. Not even Spider Mine upgrade, Light? What are we doing with the Machine Shop, man? Nothing? No siege mode? No speed for Vultures? Just working on an armory for upgrades. Okay, interesting. Just kind of skipping upgrades a little bit early here. Maybe trying to saturate his second base a little bit more quickly than usual. So there we go. Third base timing. Check it out. He's like, is there anything here? Are there any vulture back here I need to worry about? No. Okay, I like that. And siege tanks without siege mode. I don't think they should be called siege tanks if they can't siege, right? They should just be called regular old run-of-the-mill tanks, which is, you know, doesn't exactly flow off the tongue, but I think that would be a good thing. Because, again, siege tanks are eminently described by the siege in that phrase, right? In that name. A little bit afraid to expand here, making a couple more dragoons, making a pylon. Any sign of dropships in the future here? No, no sign of a starport. Just an academy. Taken down. That's sunken. And SCV here too. Any sign of reavers? No. Ruin. Just saying, I'll take my third base here at 6 minutes. Thank you very much. Just protected by land by just one single wall. This is a macro player's dream. But again, it mines out quickly, so maybe not quite a macro player's dream. Maybe a dream with a bit of a hard edge to it, man. Maybe a nightmare comes in while we're dreaming, saying, hey, we've got 3 bases, but alert, alert, we're running out of resources, dude. Why? We've got 3 bases, because this is knockout. That's why. Are you crazy? Siege mode now on the way. Okay. But no spider mines. This is the first TVP I've seen in a while without spider mines being the first upgrade, or, you know, just the second upgrade. But the timing here, if you get spider mines after the siege mode, it's going to come out at like 9 minutes, which is late. Again, skipping upgrades. And expanding on the right side here at the third base is our friend. It's not Steve, probably, but Steve is dead. He is a friend of Steve. He's mourning him, but again, not expanding? Okay, not expanding in his honor. Fair enough. I know you're grieving in your own way, but pile on back there to, again, block pathing for vultures, right? This Sim City here is the block pathing for the vultures that are surely going to show up here. But again, no vultures. On the other side of the map, we have a Reaver. Reaver tech. Reaver on the way. Not super early, you know, 7.5 minutes. Third base coming in before the Reaver even got started. So everything is A-okay. Observer saying, fairly early third, but again, this is knockout. Thank you very much. Charon boost. Okay, so siege mode and then Charon boost. I think we're turtling here on these 3 bases. And then maybe we will make vulture upgrades. I don't know. 4th base being taken at the 12 o'clock. And again, all expansions have 3,000 gas and 1,200 minerals. Even the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock ones. Even the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock ones here. So this has been just a little bit of harassment with that vulture. And that was a scan. Yeah, a scan seeing the Reaver. But even if you didn't scan the Reaver, Light's like, yeah, I know, you're a Protoss player. Reavers are in your blood. You see snow TVPs. You know how damaging a Reaver can be. You've seen Bisu do this since, oh, I don't know, time immemorial, 20 years ago. And you want to try it as well. And you're getting good at it. You are practicing it. You are already good at it if you're ruined at this stage of the game. Speed, yep, speed for shuttles is such an important thing. And if you're not watching the live streams, maybe tune in on like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday here on this channel. I am doing live StarCraft. We're playing live games on US West BattleNet. I'm casting some replay stuff too. It's a fun time. We talk about the news of the day. We talk about sporting events and what's going on for ASL 22. And one thing we do is one UMS, that's a new one Savior Sword came up with, called Quality versus Quantity, where there are 5 players that get fastest map income, right? But they can't upgrade anything. Nothing they build can be upgraded. No attack, no armor, no special abilities, nothing. And then 3 players on kind of normal bases who can upgrade, who are actually just get the upgrades for free. So if they build a Marine, he's got 3/3 and range and stim. It's kind of amazing, right? And the reason it's even at all is because the better income for the Quantity team, and there's 5 of them as well. So it can be pretty fun. So tune in, man. Come say hello. Anyway, we got Reaver drop. No! Reaver dies immediately to siege tanks? Wow. Well, I mean, I guess these Zealots are getting some stuff done. They're taking down some turrets anyway. That's excellent. I cannot believe that Reaver died instantaneously. That could not have gone worse. Ruin's got to be trying to break his keyboard here. Dragoons try to move in, but I mean, come on. Tank wall, bunker, Goliaths, definitely not. Is this? Okay, there is a vulture here. Still no spider mine upgrade, folks. He's not bringing the vultures to kill the zealots. Like, they're the best ones at doing this. Goliaths are pretty good, sure, but the vulture's just like, it's fine. We're meditating right now. Top right base coming in for Ruin in the meantime. Drop not as successful as you wanted to. He did deny a lot of mighty time here at the third base and kill a couple SCVs and some turrets, which have to be rebuilt. So that's annoying. But I cannot remember the last time as we scan and check for carriers, because that's pretty a viable strat here. Nope. No carriers. But yeah, as I sit here and I just wait for vulture upgrades to happen, they're just not happening. It's just, if you're not active with your vultures, if you're not spider mining the map, I don't know what you're doing. These dragoons are like, how have we not run into a spider mine yet today? Are we just getting lucky and missing all of them? We have an observer, right? Yeah, okay. None of us have died to spider mines. Is that possible in the first 11 minutes versus light? That seems kind of insane. And maybe it is. Maybe it is kind of insane. Yeah, more gateways, top right spawn location. Again, this does have the 5,000 gas and the 1,500 minerals. Way more resources here. But light has a plan. It just involves slow vultures with no spider mine upgrades. It's finally getting, okay, now he's getting the speed for vultures with the spider mines, but triple fast shuttle into your third base. What you got, a tank and two missile turrets? Not. Definitely not. Tank dies immediately. Lift off. Run. Get out of there. There has to be a Reaver in one of these shuttles, right? Did we just unload gateway units here? No Psystorm at all? Okay. I mean, I guess we just tried Zealots and Dragoons. Killed some SCVs, though. It's all good. 66 to 54 workers in favor of Ruin. Ruin's having a good time, man. He's like, dude, I just got a little bit of vulture harass, and I'm the one who's knocking. I'm the one who's deciding who's going to win this game. Thought about picking some stuff up, but decided no. Actually, had a bit of stuff in there, too. Thought about unloading in that third base. Just kidding. But no. But look at this. 12 o'clock's rocking. Top right base. It's getting saturated, too. Protoss is working on more gates. Gateway man, until I die, if I had to guess what this game is from him. So finally, vultures have spider mines. Are you gonna maybe plant any? Or yeah, vulture speed is done too. The vultures on the move out have what they need, but there's been no aggression to this point. No spider mines still have been laid. There we go. Hey, look, the first spider mines of the season. It means Christmas is almost here, he says, in July, as it's 105 degrees outside, which is 40 degrees Celsius for those of you who use the metric systems. It's not even metric. It's a different, whatever, Celsius system instead of the Fahrenheit. Right, Storm's on the way at 13 minutes, which seems a little bit late to me, too. Getting Storm started after your fifth base is done is a weird thing. These guys are getting strange upgrade timings, but it is knockout, right? You don't have to stay alive at extra bases with Storm if you can just kind of expand quickly to your 3 bases. Get a 4th and a 5th. The Terran's not going to move out because he's so happy at having 3 bases that he's not worried about it. But here's the push. This is what Light wants to win with, folks. Got 2 and upgrades on those tanks. Vulture's obviously sharing that up. Zealots want to engage here. Now, there we go. Forward tanks. Zealots try to get in there. No, the Vultures are like, no, you're not. You're not getting close to that. The Zealot count is hefty, but sniping High Templar. The Vulture micro here is sick from Light. Zealot, you were hearing Zealots die at an alarming rate. Those of you Terrans who are worried about Zealots, and drops more Zealots dropping in. Storm dropping in. Bumped up siege tanks, taking a ton of damage there. Unsieged, attacking. Did Ruin break this position with another Storm? He kind of did, yeah. Wow, yeah, that frontal attack was not doing very well, but it did keep the Vultures occupied enough to where the drops, the Zealot bombs, were crazy mega effective. And that's it. That is a pushback for Light. He's got more stuff being produced. He's not dead, but that position is given up. Hang on. New round of Vultures here. I mean, Archon gonna die immediately to this. Just not great, Archons, in this matchup. You see them after 2 High Templar have Storm, then there's nothing else they can do. Right, so, setting up, mate. What do we got here, folks? We've got ourselves a whole bunch of shenaniganry. Out of Light. He's up. Well, he's down. 147 to 116 supply. This base is in a lot of trouble. This wall protects you against Vultures, yes, but against tanks, not as well. And now, sending a Zealot into Spider Mine. to death. Tragic. Guess what we're doing? We're doing Shuttle Man. All of the Zealots. High Templar are unloading here too. Look at this guy comes up, hugs a siege tank, doesn't even have enough energy for a storm. Dude, Ruin's doing a pretty good job keeping these bases alive. Every time Light gets close, there is a pretty clinical execution of the attack. Oh, let's see. The attack gets executed, but the defense gets executed as well, because execution has two different meanings in English. 'Tis the nature of the language. I think I probably got that word from French, if I had to guess where it came from. And they probably have two separate meanings for it, so we do the same thing. Anyway, a drop, little storm drop, little Reaver drop. Okay, 15-minute Reaver drop. Big fan of that one. Oh, do not lose it, though. Okay, you just lost it. You just lost it. Yeah, Reaver gets one shot off, kills nothing, dies. Pushing up, Vultures only. This is what Vultures can do with speed and Spider Mines. Oh, the APM is spiking here for Light. 300 plus when he's microing these Vultures. Spider mining, microing against Zealots, doing all sorts of great stuff. The good thing for Rune is this base is alive, this base is alive, every base is alive. Nothing has died. Now, is there any sense of a third? Yes, fourth base coming up the left side here, expanding towards the Terran. Is Light DT out, DT dead. Light is too good for that, man. Yeah, attacking Spider Mines before they engage and kill you is a tough thing. Oh my gosh. Ruin's expanding again. Is this Vulture going to check that? He is. He's going to check it, get a probe kill out of it. We'll take a probe kill. That's not too bad. Big SCV transfer up to the 9 o'clocker. Center even has 3,000 gas and 1,500 minerals. Tell me if you've heard that one before. Another drop heading down south here from Ruin. He's got Reavers and Zealots in this one. I mean, Reaver. And a lot of Zealots in this big boy. Kidder and Amulet is on the way here, too. Reaver shot, no. Reaver shot, yes. Once again, it's okay. We're not killing many SCVs. We're killing turrets, which is a fine thing to do. But not getting a lot more done here. Light's feeling pretty good about things, man. 51 SCVs. He's going to lose this Rax just for no reason at all, which is terrible because he needs a new Rax to build more factories. He wants to build more factories, and he probably does. Starport up. Is that going to be for Wraith is the question. Wraith help dealing with these shuttles. Yes, not a bad answer at all. Goliath's still pretty good at it. But there aren't that many Goliaths here. Yeah? I mean, what is it? 5? 3-1 upgrades on the tanks, 2-0-0 on the Protoss, gateway units working on +3. And again, unloading, just unloading High Templar right next to the tanks, storming them, bruising them up, killing them in the case of a second storm, and then here comes all of the Protoss behind it, but too many tanks are still alive. They're hurt. Well, they're not as hurt as you might think they are. Let's be real. Another Ob's getting sniped, but hey, what is a game of StarCraft without losing 15 Obs is what every Protoss player says. It's like cracking a few eggs, man. So fourth base is up. New base online for Ruin. Everybody's feeling great here at 18 minutes. Nobody's complaining at all. Kidder and Amulet is awesome. It's a great upgrade. Oh, another drop with a Reaver inside the 9 o'clock, and Light's evacuation of SCVs today has been elite. It has been top tier. Oh my gosh, he's bringing him back in. Okay, that was abort, and then back in when it's safe. There's still a Reaver in that shuttle, guys. So we're going to spider mine the area. An unload will be met with a terrible fate, just like this guy. Terrible fates. Spider mines. They evaporate you. This base is already mined out, right? That is how fast this happens. Reaver stuck in unfriendly space. He's got 8 kills. He's going to kill some buildings here, but nothing too terrible. Storm a little bit better against these SCVs than Reavers are in some ways. High Templar, no kills on that guy. What? The other guy must have been the one who got the SCV kills in that situation. 41 SCVs. Lights expanding to the 6 o'clock. Another base coming in from him there. 64 to 42 workers. And Light is just trying to get value as much as he can at this point, right? He knows Ruin has a bunch of bases. He hasn't been able to kill all of them. He tried a 3-base attack up to that natural, but Ruin was ready for it. The execution of the plan was great. Vulture sniping another High Templar. The Vulture play here from Light today is awesome. Artosis would say it's giving him chills. I'm going to be honest, I'm not getting any chills from it, but I am extremely impressed. Nevertheless, which I think is what he means to say. But yeah, Goliath's getting targeted in particular because then the Reavers are more effective. If the Goliaths are busy or dead, or this base getting absolutely annihilated as SCV's running for it here. Ruin is in a great spot here in 20 minutes, folks. Is he, oh gosh, is he planning? Okay, yep, not even pulling. I just talked about how good he is at pulling SCVs. 64 to 33 workers is not something you ever want to see in a game of StarCraft if you are a Terran fan. Not against a Protoss, not against anybody. This is a terrible position to be in. SCV count 33, 64 probes. If you ever wanted to go for carriers because you're already ahead, this is not a bad time. Ruin, not a bad map for carriers either, but it doesn't seem he's interested in doing that. Production tab is more zealots, more shuttles, more dragoons, just walking down this left lane of the map and threatening the 3 o'clock at the same time. There's a couple Marines in there, and that's not going to do much. Yeah, Light's getting bullied right now, folks. 158 to 88 supply. Zealots, Spider Mines getting dragged into this mineral line would be disastrous for Light. Not triggering the Spider Mines, though. That is lucky for Light. That didn't happen. Didn't get close enough for that to be the case. This still lifted. Nope, we're landed. Somehow these bases have been under attack quite a bit, but they remain alive, which, you know, kill command centers if you want to kill a Terran player. That's what I always say. If their CCs aren't dying, they're not crying. Man, we should put that on a t-shirt, huh? Check out the merch at falconpaladin.store. So, 3-2 upgrades on the mech. No real surprise there. 3-1 for the Protoss Gateway units. No further upgrades for those guys is going to be required. Whew, 176 to 98 supply. Protoss hasn't expanded for a minute. I mean, he went up to 7 bases real fast and then hasn't gone anywhere else. He's kind of running out of places, unless he wants to take this bottom right corner, which Light is kind of juking back and forth and up and down and trying to see. Yeah, both these players are doing a bit of a mimicked waltz here, a mimed waltz. Away from each other, mind you. They're not exactly dancing together. But they are going left and then right and then left and then right. It's kind of like a game of Pong, which, you know, some people have said is the first video game ever. Gotta love Pong. It's 200 supply to 120? Dude, if Ruin doesn't win this game, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to cry himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow. Name that movie. More Zealot bombing. Storm dropping. Dragoons cleaning out what's left here. Ruin says, I can win the game now. I'm going to split off some of my army to get in here and kill more SCVs at your 9 o'clock. What you going to do about that? The answer is, I'm going to bring my tanks and save my boys. But no, the SCVs are dying. Command center lifts up. SCVs coming back into fight, which I'm sure. I mean, 38 SCVs to 69 probes. Center is maybe Light's only saving grace here. Can he take the middle? He's got Spider Mines there, which kind of counts as making a claim on it. Observer continuing to make sure there is actually not any Terran stuff here except for Spider Mines, which is fine. Maybe he'll clear those out too, just in case Light gets any ideas that he belongs in the middle, because he doesn't. He does not. That is not his goal. That is not his role. Okay, another storm drop. Sure. SCVs pulling Light on top of things, as always. But this base not mining is big. That's effectively half of the income that belongs to the Terran right now. I mean, I guess. Oh, gotta commit. Unload. Unload. He does. He doesn't have energy for a storm anyway. Scans in and says, he's like, hey, is there a DT in there? No, just a High Templar? Cool, great. Science facility also needs to be replaced if it dies, because you do want those science vessels, man. Not that we've seen any today. We haven't seen any EMPs at all from Light, have we? There we go. Expanding 3 o'clock. Ruin. No sign of carriers. I keep checking because, you know, carrier time can be any time. That's what Terrans have to tell themselves every 5 minutes. No, I haven't seen carriers yet, but carrier time could be any time, which means we got to keep scanning. And that's a reason a lot of Protoss get Arbiters, is just to force scans from the Terran players that don't have scans to keep checking for carriers. We've seen TVPs win on this channel over the last couple months where that's happened. Where Arbiters, you know, you say, Arbiters suck. That cloak They're just continually scanning the Arbiter, and all the cloaked units are revealed, so what's the point? The point is, there's not enough energy for scan to scan the main base and see if carriers are coming, and then suddenly carriers are coming and everybody's really sad. On Protoss, well, Terranville, Protoss is happy. Again, Ruin's trying to win this game. Vultures into this base, cannons come up, DT here too, that's fine. Stormed. Too many tanks. Zealots decide to chase SCVs, but also should get up here and maybe go after some of these tanks, but maybe they're not needed. They are actually. Though, stop chasing vultures and get on top of these tanks, you got dummies. There you go. Unsieged tanks can't hurt each other. Oh. This vulture's got 11. Okay, hold on a second. 12 kills. No, he sent the probes back and 13 kill vulture. This command center died, or did it lift off and run? It ran, and it will come back and land soon. Okay, so 50 probes is a lot worse than 68 when dealing with somebody with 40 SCVs on the other side of the map. Observer says, new base coming in from light, trying to sneak that one a little bit. There's a lot of SCVs hanging out here. There's a lot of SCVs hanging out over here. And the pressure by Ruin has been real, folks. Light's got to make a go of this somehow. He needs to kill a base. I know he's killed a bunch of probes, which is nice. I'm not going to tell him that killing a bunch of probes is not helping him win the game, because it is. But if he's not killing Nexuses... Oh. He's like... we could unload... I mean, come on. That seems pretty doable if you have a High Templar in here, which you somehow don't. Okay. One High Templar inside of a shuttle makes it 4,000 times better. So he does. He unloads the Zealots on this base. I mean, sure. Chasing vultures around like crazy. $139 to 95 supplies. Suddenly, Light is looking a lot better, folks. I'm just saying. I'm not telling you he's going to win this game, but... he's been making some good trades. He killed some SCVs. He hurt the economy. He's losing, well, some probes. And he's losing SCVs. I said the word SCV because I'm watching SCVs die at kind of an alarming rate. It's 33 now. Light, 33 SCVs at 27 minutes is not going to work for you. Not even on knockout, man. This is not re-landing. Got another round heading down. That is a lot of Zealots, dude. They have armor upgrades yet? Not really. Not worried about it. They have the one. It's good enough. The one is good enough, folks. Ruin knows what he's doing here. So I think he who controls this bottom right is probably going to win the game. And Light had it for a minute. Not happening. Ruin is trying to stake a claim by building a pylon down here. Thinking about it. Terran pushes up towards center. Maybe feinting up that way and then moving down bottom right. Yeah, we're going to contest a lot over this bottom right. Hang on. Can he actually kill a base? Can he actually destroy a single Nexus with the power of siege tanks and friendship? The answer is, it looks like he's going to be able to. I mean, Ruin's coming in from the left side being like, hey, wait, hey, no. We're going to blanket all of this with Storm. Not enough to kill these tanks, though. I mean, yes. Okay, with the reinforcing units, we can. So once again, another Nexus doesn't die. No command centers have died either, though. Every time they're under attack, they just lift off and run, which, you know, Protoss wish they could do that with their Nexuses. They're like, we have... oh my gosh, you're trying to come back here again. Like, we've got teleportation technology. You'd think we'd be able to teleport our Nexus out of danger, like the Terrans can, at least that good, if not better. So yeah, we're fighting over the soul of this bottom right spawn location and its two expansions. Light has this. I don't know how, but he's got it. I guess he is really keeping the pressure up on Ruin for the moment. He's back into the 3 o'clock. Back into at least killing some of these probes, which is better than nothing. It's only 52 probes. And he says, hey, can you do that again? Can you save this Nexus again? And Ruin's like, I don't know. I'm busy over here. Unloading more Zealots. Again, Zealots, not High Templar. Because these bases mine out so fast. There's not a huge gas bank for either of these players. Not a huge mineral bank either, despite how many bases there are. Okay, leaving this one vulture here to try to kill that Nexus by himself is awesome. Good engagement. Zealots in the front, Dragoons in the back. High Templar coming in here too. 137.89 supply. Lights under 90 supply at 30 minutes. This does not feel good to be a Terran fan right now, but this base is keeping him afloat. It is his life preserver right now, and I'm really impressed that he's kept it alive. I'm more confused that Ruin hasn't, you know, sent anything down there to try to wipe it out. I guess he had a Zealot there. Got the spider mines, though. Oh. Also, Vulture is going to finish off this Nexus. He was given enough time. He made use of that time. And he's going to get it. He's going to tell his buddies about this back at the Vulture bike bar and be like, I killed a Nexus today. And it's like, wait, what? Yeah, I killed a Nexus. It wasn't too hard. And his friends are going to be like, dude, what? How? He's like, oh, just by myself. Just, you know, it took me a little bit of time, but I really put my mind to it and wiped it out. I'm not going to mention how siege tanks helped immensely with the first 95%, 99% of that HP, but, you know, nobody has to know. Both players under 100 supply at 31 minutes. That's what kind of game this is. Just, it's the mine out, right? Mine out, mine out, mine out, mine out. Expired geysers all over the place. He never even took this gas. What? What? Why did he never take this gas? Did he forget? I'm a little bit confused about this whole thing. I mean, on a map where you need the gas and geysers run out really quickly, why would you not have the gas and one of your own third bases? This is a good game. This is low econ. This is low supply. There are 7 SCVs in this base, and they're all probably going to die. You don't really have enough to lose all 7 SCVs, but okay. Can we actually kill a command center? These Dragoons need to start stutter stepping in if they're going to do it. No, they're too late. They're too late for that. Being distracted by a comsat station. The Vulture's like, I'll do it again. I'll do it again, folks. I'll kill this Nexus by myself. That's incredible stuff. Vulture up into a base that's, once again, pretty defunct. And there's cannons at it. It's not really worth attacking. I don't really. Down into the natural? Haven't really seen a concerted attempt to get into this main base of light today by Ruin, but he's going to give it a shot. And then decides, never mind. There are, 3 tanks back there, 4 tanks. You count that guy on the high ground. He says, that probably seems like we can take this down, right? Trigger spider mines, and the tanks die. There we go. A little bit of storm action, too. Never hurt nobody. Siege tank gets another kill before it dies. That's huge. Dude, there's a command center over here. It's going to land here. Landing here would be fine. The production capabilities of light are retreating. Guys, he's at 58 supply. I think Ruin might have done it. If he can't make stuff, I mean, he's got 2 factories and he's got a starport that can make stuff. I'm not sure I've ever seen a Terran player retreat their factories out of their main base like this, unless it's a base race, which doesn't seem to be a base race. No real pressure is being put up on the other side of the map here. Ruin is still mining meagerly on these 3 bases in the top right. Light's still mining here, but the problem is these gateways are online, and these factories are not. Dude, all the supply depots dying would be such a problem for Light. He does not have the money to replace like 15 supply depots. Not even close. I think Ruin's got it, man. He's got 123 supply. He does not have a bank to speak of, but he's got better than what Light has. These High Templar are like, we can't really help you against these buildings. Sorry. We're going to walk up here and get killed by vultures instead. No. No. Do not. At least art. What? Why? There you go. At least storm something. Ugh. Academy means you can't build more comsat stations. I guess that's important. But yeah, supply depot is getting wrecked by +3 Dragoons, which are really good against buildings. There aren't even that many of them here. I love chasing the Great Migration of the Factory. During the Great Migration of the Factory, sometimes native Dragoons will come from across the savannah to hunt them as prey for food and other housing materials. Wait, other housing materials? I don't know what that means. Storm a thing! More SCVs must die! Blood for the blood god. 29 SCVs. Taking center. Love this. When's the last time we saw somebody take center in a PvT? and it was Protoss. Been a while, I bet. Been a hot while. I think this is it. I don't want to call it too soon, but I don't know. Light's building down this way, though, and his factories are generally alive, and they're on fire, and supply blocking capabilities are pretty good here. And re-expanding to the right side, Ruin is. Yeah, this is bad. 102 to 82 supply. But Light, he's not going to give up yet. He's rebuilding his broken life in the bottom right spawn location. A lot of minerals here. Supply blocks. That's it. We have supply blocks Light by using 4 Dragoons to kill 15 supply depots among us. That's a 12-kill Dragoon. That's an 11-kill Dragoon. That's a 12-kill Dragoon. Yeah, look at this. Vultures coming into the middle here. Let's get some free juicy probe kills. Why don't we? Yes, fine, wonderful. It's actually 41 SCVs to 37 probes all of a sudden. Whoa! 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 Ruin taps out. Light technically wins, but what? What? I mean, yes, Light has access to these 3 bases. Fantastic. Do you have access to the whole middle, which is awesome. You're still mining up in these areas. Are these vultures just too much? These vultures are wiping out some of your probes. You still have like 35 probes. You've supply blocked the Terran. His production capabilities are nothing anymore. He's got 3 factories to build off of. Okay, 4 factories to build off of. This game is not over. Did I miss something? Hang on. Must rewind to 34 minutes. What a weird GG. I've had games like this where, okay, yes, the player who's obviously winning GG's out because they don't really care about a win here, you know. They're just having fun. They'll let the other player get the win on the ladder or whatever practice it is. Doesn't really matter. But that kind of felt like the game was not over. That felt like we were still scrapping and still fighting and clawing. And yet, our man Ruin looked at the situation and said, no. Said, this can't go on. I'm dead. I'm mining over here. Mining here. I mean, that's mined out. The supply block. There it is. There's the supply block on Light. He has to build supply depots with his meager cash. And then these vultures come in, and it's 44 probes. And then it's, you know, 38 probes. Okay, fine. But, dude, what? He's broke, but so is Light. 94 to 95 supply. Okay, it's not where you want to be in overall supply count. I get that. But, man. Okay, so that's it. That's your GG timing. He's at 91 to 91 supply. Even worker count, not good. Light is in this whole bottom right spawn location. Which, you know, we got one of those, but if Terran gets 2 of those and we get 2 of those, that's even. We don't want to be even against Terran. We need better than even. We couldn't get it. So that's it. So he taps out. What in the name? Wow. Wow. Okay. So I get it. I mean, it's largely vultures here. Holding center means you can kind of keep pace with what Light's doing down here. Holding on to this base is going to be nice too. Fair enough. Fair enough. Light gets the win. What an incredible comeback, dude. He was down, what, 200, like 100 supply at some point in this game earlier. But he kept fighting and scratching and clawing and harassing and killing bases and killing probes. And knocking the Protoss probe count down to 37 at the end of the game is impressive, to be sure. Losing your entire main base as a Terran and winning anyway is nuts. But yeah, wow. Just completely demoralizing Ruin there. Light comes out on top, 268 to 293 on the total count there. Ruin way ahead. He got outproduced by the Terran. He got outkilled by the Terran. These are numbers you don't want to see as a Protoss. Buildings raised 51 by Ruin. Yep, fair enough. And then the outspend in 35 minutes here is 2,400 resources, which, you know, maybe just not going to be enough at the end of the day here. Actually, 24,000 resources. Yeah, I know how to count. I'm good at counting in 35 minutes. Not enough, dude. I mean, look at this units tab. You get outproduced by the enemy. they kill as much as you kill, you lose. That's it. Simplistic sometimes, but that's the truth. Okay. Woo-wee. All right. Well, that was ridiculous. That was an absolutely insanely good showing there. We're talking about a great PVT for your Patreon cast of the week. Hope you enjoyed it. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.